Hey Ash, it's Brian. Just wanted to show you what I got in the mail today from Rift. They sent me this package, which includes Trion's game, which is Rift, in case you didn't know, and mouse pad, a little USB drive, and a graphic novel, which DC Comics made in conjunction with the company. Let's take a little look at this. Pretty thick graphic novel. Oh, I'm skipping to the end. Spoilers. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to read this tonight. It's kind of cool. There's more and more of these coming out. I'm happy that Titillo does his weekly comic book roundup for those of you who read comics, those of us who read comics, to not only identify the video game related comics, but also just comics worth reading, because, you know, some of us don't have time to figure that out, and it comes to second nature, I think, to Titillo. He really has himself plugged in to that sort of thing. Hey, also, sitting right by Rift is my new desktop, which is about as tall as my desk. Look, I'm going to crank up my fan. That's as loud as it gets when all my fans are on max. Not bad. I don't usually turn that top one on. I could probably turn them all off, but I don't usually leave that top one on unless I'm really running something. I know many of you have pointed out in comments that I don't need all this cooling for my computer. A couple of things. I'm going to be adding another, at least, graphics card, NVIDIA graphics card to this, which will amp up the heat. The other thing is that my last computer died because I too thought I didn't need extra cooling, and I essentially melted my CPU. Well, I didn't melt it, but I caused enough damage that it acted oddly up until the day I stopped using it. It did actually overheat to the point that it shut down, and I had to go in and figure out what was going on, and then I went out and bought some add-on fans. It wasn't enough. It was still running very hot, and so I went and bought a directional add-on fan that I mounted in there and was able to point it directly at to the side of one of the heat sinks. I already had a fan on top of the heat sink for my CPU, but I was able to direct it right at the CPU's side, which really dropped the temperature. This one has a fan on either side of the heat sink, so I don't think that'll become an issue. But I'm excessively paranoid about temperatures and my new baby. It's a footrest, by the way, also.